Rookies, welcome to the channel once again. Today we are working on the pond, the koi pond, made from a couple stock tanks. Rubbermaid makes stock tanks. You can get them at Tractor Supply. I'm sure there's other places, but we got these from Tractor Supply, and we have koi. And if you're new to the channel, I have 3 other parts to this video series that you might want to check out. I'll link them in the description below. But nevertheless, we started off with a homemade pond where I put plastic liner down, dug a hole. The liner started to leak, and we decided to do this with the stock tanks. And we saw other people do it, but they were just putting it on their patios, and we're like, no, this needs to be in the ground. As you can see, it's not completely in the ground, mostly because we didn't want like trash and stuff like that running into it, because it just makes it harder to clean. It's probably about a foot out of the ground, but we kind of line it around. And then I added the 110 to be kind of a drop basin, a hatchery, and I actually have other plans for it. The hatchery thing, I also am going to use it as a planter. That'll help keep nitrates and nitrites down. Plants eat that stuff. So anyways, so let's around here. So this is new. We used to have something completely different here, and you guys will see that coming up now. And we had a triangle one that was kind of small, and it wasn't creating enough shade during the summer. So we just put this in, and this is about 1.5 inch conduit that I concreted into the ground. It has a little bit of give, so when it's windy, it kind of acts like suspension. And then just some cable ties, and you can tighten it up with this cinch. So, and we got this off of Amazon. I'll link that in the description below as well. Now, we have, the water's a little green right now. I have to get in there and clean a lot of leaves out. The water's been kind of cold, but you can see some of our goldies in there. Now we have majority of goldfish, but we also have several koi. We have 2 butterfly koi and a normal koi in there. And one of the butterfly koi is a special gold morph, and she's actually coming to the top. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. There she is. There she is. Come here, baby. These guys love me. They actually love anybody that's going to feed them. Anyways, so what we're doing today, as you can see, the rocks are kind of under construction, and we've already put in this retainment wall to help dress up the 110 a little bit, and we'll show us doing that in the time lapse as well. And we're putting in a new beach, so you guys can kind of tell where the beach used to be and where we're putting it now. I had a plastic retainment wall holding in the beach, and it just wasn't holding up. So now we got these steel guys, and that's what we're doing today, is putting more of these in. And the way these work is, as you can see, you got metal spikes that go into the ground, and they cinch it in place. We got corner places, and they come with kind of joinment spikes. You take these and break them off. See, they just got little spot welds. Break these off, and then you have to kind of pay attention to how they interlock. So this one would turn over like that and then interlock with this. And I'll show you how that works here in a few. But yeah, that's what we got going on. We have 2 cubic yards of fill dirt coming in tomorrow, and this all has to get filled in with new sand. Well, that's the update on the koi pond, and we need to get to work. So what we're going to do is finish putting the divider up, and I'll show you how that works. And then the next thing you'll see is us shoveling sand. We got a lot of sand to shovel. 2 yards of sand is a lot. So Time to get to work. So the way these work is you want to interlock them. So first of all, you got to break these little spot welds right here. And the best thing to use with that is a pair of tin snips. A pair of tin snips. There we go. And then just break them apart like so. There. So you break those out of there and you interlock them like that. And then you put the spikes in that you just broke off. Ow, that's sharp. So they're interlocked, and then you lock them in place. Best thing to use is just a rubber mallet. Bam. And that's how that works. You interlock them. You got a couple little spots further down to put more pins in. This stuff's flexible, so you can kind of flex it in a curve, and that's what I'm going to do right here is curve them out. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for sand. I have run the metal flashing or divider or whatever you want to call it, outline, all the way around the pond. And the next thing we're going to do is fill it up with sand, and we're going to have Well, there we go, guys. The sand is all filled in, all spread out, evened out, all around our rocks. Once it settles, it's going to be a little less bumpy, but this was 2 cubic yards of sand. You can get that at any of your sand or dirt or mulch stores. Usually they'll deliver it for you for a charge. And I would suggest that you have them dump it in your driveway, unless you have a concrete pad in your backyard that they can kind of get it out into. But yeah, you don't want to dump it on the ground because it's hard to shovel it out of the ground. So yeah, put it on concrete or tar or whatever, a hard surface. This is the best thing to do. So we got right here. So the next video is we're going to be doing some plants. So it's a little too cool here. I know it looks beautiful, but we're still dropping down into the 30s sometimes at night. It'll get up to 70, you know, during the day, but South Carolina is weird. We get cold weather, you know, during in the evening, and then during the day it gets pretty warm. So we're not ready for flowers and plants and stuff like that yet. Come summertime, I'm gonna have to put some plecos in the pond to eat up some of this algae that we're growing. I put some plecos in last year and they passed away. I didn't realize that the pond was gonna get that cold, and I thought plecos were pretty hardy, but they are a tropical fish, so that was my bad. I think this winter what I'm going to do is then transplant them into a tank that I can keep inside. But I definitely have to have plecos to keep this algae down. It's just too much. The coins will eat some algae, but not a lot. So here, okay. So anyway, that is it for this pond theory. We did a lot of construction basically, and we're all ready for the summertime. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, and smash all your notification buttons. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please comment. Have a good one. Make fun of this man all you want.